Good morning. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Fida. I come from Lebanon, and I've been in Canada for 12 years.
Could you please describe how people behave during conflict in Lebanon?
When for example, I have a conflict with my teacher, then always I don't go and speak directly to the teacher about the problem. I go to a third party, which is someone who has more authority or has authority over the teacher and over me as a student.
Okay.
And this third party who has more authority is going to solve the problem. A conflict with a friend,
Yeah.
then, well, for sure, first I talk directly to the person, to the friend, and this does not mean that every single conflict I have to go and look for a third party. No,
Right.
there is different kinds of conflicts and different levels. At a certain level, we can always resolve the problem by communicating one to another. Now, when the conflict gets to a higher level, a level where both parties feel that there is no way and the conflict is very intense, then here it has to be a third party who is going to do the negotiation between the two parties they are in conflict, and that's in order to save face.
Could you tell me something specific about Lebanese culture that might indicate where that comes from?
My mother used to tell me all the time, and it's a saying, it's a very popular saying, that if you have a blood in your mouth, you better swallow this blood in and don't spit it out. That means if you have anything that is hurting you, you better swallow it and don't show it to people. And when someone hurt you and you're with conflict with someone, in order to keep your dignity, you do not tell this person that, hey, you hurt me, you did something to me that really hurt me, because we think that if this person has some kind of feeling toward me of not hurting me, he wouldn't or she wouldn't have done it. So why should I go and tell the person, show the person my weakness? So this is at this very specific Lebanese folk culture that comes from the villages and from the mountains. It could be different in the cities and the coastal cities in Lebanon.
Can you recall an example of a time when you used patterns of conflict from Lebanon here in Canada?
Yes, I had a conflict with my supervisor at work, and that was a long time ago, before I started school in Canada, and I wasn't exposed really to the Canadian culture. And I tried unconsciously to resolve the problem with my supervisor based on my own culture dynamic. Then I tried to look for a third party, and I spoke to someone at work as a third party to be the medium between me and my boss. Then what I did, instead of solving the problem, it triggers more problems, because my boss look at it as something maybe insulting or offending for him, and he was, why Fida didn't come and talk to me directly instead of sending someone
Right.
else. Yes.
Right.